Man, guys, we have got so many bikes that we need to still try. We've got them coming in left and right. And out of these three, we're going to go ahead and start with one. This is the winner. We'll see how this one goes. This is Peak. I am ready to see what this thing really wants to do. It's in white. Let's get it out of the box and see what it's made of, because I'm always excited to try a new bike. You guys know that. Just like that, this is together. So here it is, Peak Elias folding bike. I like the colors. I love the red and white, kind of partial to that. The styling's nice. So far, visually, it's an appealing bike. Folding bike, you guys know they break right here in the middle. Batteries right here. It's a slide out battery, looks like. Yeah, so this will be taken off with the key. You get an on-off switch here. Overall, a fairly standard looking bike. Again, the styling is probably the most attractive part of this bike so far as what I can tell. We'll see how it stacks up though out on the farm. We'll take it around and see. I have another bike that's very similar to this, but this is obviously newer, and this has got a different color scheme and everything. So I'm curious to stack up against it and see what it does. But for the sake of this review, I'm just going to show you this bike, and I'm going to do a little bit of an in-depth. She's ready to go, so we'll charge it up, and then we'll go over the specs and take it for a ride. All right, so here we are. We've got the Peak out. We're going to go ahead and test this bike on some off-road here around the lake, and then on some on-road here down the road. We're going to see how it holds up, what it's all about. A really interesting offering. This is I love the colors, I love the whole setup, and features wise, we've got disc brakes. They are mechanical. I would prefer hydraulic, but for the price point, you can't really expect too much. Well, we've got front suspension, as you can see, with adjustable dampening, adjustable lockout. We've got battery that mounts in the back here. Pretty standard stuff. Not a real showstopper or anything there, but display right here shows all of our basic information. Again, this is a pretty basic bike. It's got a little bell here, gear selector here. I like the rack on the back. It's got some straps to hold down cargo. That's pretty handy. Tail light in the rear, that's another good plus. So if you're riding at night. And the seat's really nice, adjustable, obviously. I have it all the way down. I like to ride real flat, real low, put my feet down. And fat tires soaks up the terrain pretty well. So these are a must. We've got a headlight, fenders as well. Pretty basic setup, but all the features you would expect on a folding bike are here. And this is, again, a folding bike. You can see it brakes in the middle right here. Brakes at the stem right there. Comes down compact, fits in the back of a car. So let's go ahead, take it for a spin, and see what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to use just the throttle, and we're going to see how it does with this terrain here. Okay. So over the bumps, it's not bad. It takes the bumps pretty well. It actually takes the bumps better than, I would say, a lot of the other inexpensive offerings. We're speed limited. We're already at 20 miles an hour off-road. We are hitting that speed limit, so that's a good sign. It's able to utilize that power off-road. Let's see how it does here with this little climb section. As you can see here, this is kind of a steep little grade. It barely pulled us to the top, but it did get there, so that's good. It does have the ability to climb. I'm pretty happy about that. So we'll continue riding across some of this terrain here. On the side hill here, that's pretty good. We'll go back up to the top. And we'll go down this. Okay. So off-road, definitely okay for this bike. A lot of bikes, I'll tell you straight up, they're just not good for off-road. This one is good. I'm actually pretty comfortable, full speed across this bumpy terrain. No problem at all. So now we'll get it over here to the flatland and see how it feels. But I mean, we're already topping it out off-road, so that's pretty good. Okay, off the curb, here we go. Suspension works well, and we're on road now. So we'll get going here. I'm flooring it. And there's 20 miles per hour, and you can feel the speed limiter kick in right at that point. So this is speed limited to 20 miles per hour. I'm sure there's a workaround to adjust that up. I'll take a look. I didn't see it in the manual though, so it might not be something that they want you to do, considering that these bikes are typically made to be legal. So 20 miles per hour is the maximum for this class of bike. So let's go ahead and see if I can figure anything out. Actually, before that, I want to check the speedometer for accuracy. Okay. All right, we got the GPS app out. Let's go ahead and we're gonna floor it, test it against our speedo, see how accurate it is. Okay, there's 20 according to the speedo and 19 according to the GPS, 18, 19. So it's about 1 mile per hour off. As you can see, 19.6 is the maximum, and we're hovering right around there. So it is pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate, right around 20 miles per hour. It does make it there. One-handed, no problem. The thing drives really well. So pretty stable considering all things. Nice bike. It's actually really nice. I do like this bike. Feels pretty nimble. These 20-inch wheels are always really nimble feeling bikes. If you're in like close quarters or around a lot of people or in a congested area, I consider the 20-inch, I would definitely do a 20-inch wheel bike, because it does give you a lot of movement quickly, and you don't have to worry about you know, running into stuff close quarters. You can kind of maneuver easily, so that's a good plus. Brakes feel good. They're plenty for this bike. Look at that. Okay, so I was able to find the speed setting. If you hold the plus and minus button, you'll get into the options, and it's number 8 here. So we moved it up from 30 kilometers an hour to 40, so that should give us a little more speed. Let's see what that does. Okay, we'll get the old GPS back out. Okay, so 20.4 was our maximum before. Let's see what we can get now. We'll go both ways. Into the wind first. Pretty windy day this direction. And this guy in this truck is trying to kill us. All right. So indication 23 miles an hour. We're showing 21.7, almost 22. Yeah, 22 miles an hour on the on the GPS. So let's go ahead and go the other way and see what that gets us, because now we're gonna have the wind behind us. We're gonna have more speed. All right, here we go. Top speed run. Top speed, here we go. .23 on the GPS, almost 20, up 25 on the screen. So around 23 to 24 miles per hour, I'd say that's the real top speed. 25 according to the screen. So it's about a mile and a half, mile an hour and a half off. But hey, not bad. 23 miles an hour. GPS confirmed 23.5. A little bit of wind to our back, so a little bit of a cheat. But still, it's possible. All right, so there you have it. The High Peak folding electric bike. I love the look. The ride is nice. It's actually a really nice bike. It looks good, feels good. Speed is really nice. 23 miles per hour. So, you know, not as fast as some of the other ones that we've tried, but it's definitely no slouch either. You're over 20 miles per hour. You can get into a little bit of trouble if you're on the little bike paths going that fast. So keep it at 20 miles per hour. You can set the speed limit with the screen, no problem, and enjoy the bike for what it is. But another great thing I want to keep pointing out on this is a folding bike and it has a nice cargo rack. This is a great combination. I would like to see a drink holder or something here. You can also do a basket in the front. You can see here provisions for that. So overall, those are just options you can bring to it later on, but definitely cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you want one of these, check out the link in the description to get one of your own. I will see you guys in the next one.